Today we are in a new neighborhood, newly built homes, and we'll be installing central air conditioning. So this is the home where the AC will be installed. The owner will have asked, and he said this is about a 3,200 square foot home, and we estimated it and come up with a 3-ton central air conditioning. So we'll look at both sides, and we advise the owner that this side is too small. The owner wanted the AC be installed in this side, but we said it's too small. It won't meet the code, it won't meet requirement, and there will be a problem if we do it that way. So the owner, we advise the owner that the best to meet code, to meet requirement, without being infringing the cities and right of others, neighbor or tenant or co-landlords. So we said this area will be better. So in this one, this is likely finished. Again, unless if the owner want to upgrade more by putting an interlock here or putting any finishing on this area here. So that's the only way it can be done. The unit could be installed on the ground. Because this is a new area, we choose to want to install the unit in a pad. So should the owner choose to do this area upgrade. So here is our proposed unit. This is a 3-ton condensing unit that we have brought in here to be installed. So it's going to be on this side of this wall with our bracket, okay, wall bracket to be installed. So I will keep you updated as the job progresses, and I'm going to go in and I will also show you how the evaporator will be. So you can see this is a new neighborhood. Oh, there's water here. So this is our new neighborhood. Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, so here is my central gas furnace, and in this plenum, this is where my air conditioning coil will be installed, and my line set is going to come out same as where the gas pipe is coming from, the venting pipe is coming from. So this is where it's in this plenum here. That's where my evaporator coil will be. So here is my evaporator coil in the box. Okay, so here's my evaporator coil in the box. So, and then also to run the electrical, here is my electrical panel. Okay, here's my electrical panel. So I'm going to put in 2-pole single phase 208 because my unit here is like 3-ton. I want to go in 30 amps, 25 amps. Should be okay to take care of the unit. So I'm going to have to run the line through all this area here, and then back to the condensing coil. Okay, so I'm going to keep you updated. Again, please subscribe to HVAC mechanical system for all heating, cooling, and ventilation. So again, this is a new installation, new build home air conditioning installation. Thanks for watching. Okay, so here is my coil. My coil is measuring 17 by 19.5. So this coil, we'll be putting it in here. This space for the plenum has been cut, and so it's gonna go in here. This place, we just constructed this. You can see we're able to make a make the stud here to make sure it's really firm. So this coil is going to sit in here. We have secured it. Remember, it has to be done properly. You don't want it making noise, no banging. So you can see that's my gas furnace with the heat exchanger. So it's going to be sitting again. We also allowed at least 6 inches away from the plenum, 6 inches here. So for a proper airflow, you can see there's maximum from the heat exchanger to this place about 10 inches, which is okay. And then from the furnace ends to the where my coil is going to be, it's more than 6 inches, but we want to stay a minimum 6 inches, but you could go up to 8 or more. But so we have it almost 8 inches or more. So you can see this is firm. So I'm going to throw in the coil in here and you will see. Thank you. Okay, so you can see my coil fitting properly. Again, slope is very important. Okay, you need to, this is my drain line here. I want to make sure that it's sloping. This is going to slope to the drain and it's going to slope from the top. Again, don't make it too slopey. Just give it in every 1 inches, at least a 1/4 inch drop. So from here to the end, a 1/4 inch drop to the slope here where the water will be going to the drain. So now that this coil is in, I'm going to have to cut this place for my suction. Make sure I fix this place properly. Fix my my piston properly, and we should get going. I will keep you updated. Thank you. Okay, so my drain line is connected and my system is really firm. Okay, solid and firm. So here is something that needs to be really taken note of. You can see there's a piston in there, and there's also a gasket in here. Okay, be careful of this gasket. Okay, make sure it's always in, and when you tight, please make sure you tight it really firm, really firm. And also, please, when that is done, make sure you secure this capillary tube. You don't want it to be banging, and then you don't want it to kind of create crack when it's banging. So make sure it is properly secure. Okay, so again, I'll keep you going, and thank you. Okay, so you can see the bracket already installed. Okay, we're gonna have to kind of secure it a little bit to the air conditioning. So just want to keep you updated. The bracket should be level, must be level, and here you can see our electrical. We're trying to hook it up here, and here's the unit going. And next we're going to have to braze it and use nitrogen to test for leak. So we're going to have to braze it. Here's the dryer. Use nitrogen to check for leak. Hook up our low voltage. So again, this is a new construction area, hooking up central air conditioning. Thank you. Okay, so after brazing, I have connected my suction and my discharge. Okay, my suction and discharge is fully brazed, so I connect my suction and my discharge hose to my voltage, and here is my vacuum. So I'm doing a vacuum here now. So I'm going to have to vacuum all the moisture, any air and everything, whatever is any content that may be in. So it's going to have to be vacuumed out completely. So while that is going on, I'm going to hook up my electrical, my low voltage, and then seal all this area. And again, like I said, I'm going to keep you posting. It should be okay. Thank you. Okay, so I just want to show you what I did here to hook up my line voltage. This is my line voltage coming in here. So one is hooked up to one of these contactor terminal, and the other one on the other contactor terminal. So the low voltage here is hooked up as well here. This is the low voltage wiring coming from the gas furnace. So it's here and it's hooked up here. The two of them is hooked up here. So it's pretty simple. So again, this unit is a really very good unit. A lot of efficiency, energy efficiency stored in to meet this standard. So it's a really beautiful unit. Just to show to you what it is. Really very beautiful. Alright, so my vacuum is still going. It has already hit my vacuum, so I'm going to be turning off my vacuum in a bit, and then I'm going to turn on the line to allow the gas line to go through the refrigerant gas to go all in. Thanks. Okay, so a couple things I want to quickly mention here. Please, after brazing all joints, okay, all the joint inside and outside, please put in nitrogen to test for leak. Make sure the nitrogen hold pressure enough to be able to test. Okay, so please test that, and once that is done, also put in your vacuum pump and make sure your vacuum pump really hold vacuum for at least once you hit vacuum and hold the pressure, you hold the vacuum, then you should be okay, because freon refrigerant are really very expensive. So you don't want to put in freon, turn on the unit, and in a couple while you call back and say, oh, your system leak out of gas. So please make sure you perform this action. Make sure you don't want to get called back. So please, again, check all your joints to make sure they are sealed properly and all areas. Use a test leak or use a soap test that could help you to test all the joints. Okay, thanks for following, and please subscribe to HVAC mechanical system. There so much we do all about heating and cooling and refrigeration. Please subscribe, and thank you. So just want to show it to you that my electrical is hooked up here. This is a 2-pole single throw, 220 volt here. So I have one of the line hook up here, one here. So this is 30 amps for my 3-ton air conditioning. So to this panel, electrical panel. So I will also show to you about the low voltage wiring connection. Thank you. Okay, so here is the gas furnace, and then I'm going to show to you how the wiring diagram to the air conditioning is hooked up to the gas furnace. It's in a bit. So here you have the previous installer hooked up the control to the furnace here, which is TB34 terminals. These are the control. So they never really hooked it up to another main wiring diagram. So if you have a air conditioning that is not Linux and you want to hook it up, so you can just hook up your Y1 and C. Y1 and C. So you can see it's Y1 and C. So that's where you should hook up your outdoor air conditioning to. And the control which is the thermostat, should be able to send signal to the control board when the air conditioning is being asked for cooling, and the control board is going to initiate the cooling as the outdoor unit to come on. So if you have any question, please put it below and I'll be able to explain more. Thanks. Okay, so my electrical, my low voltage, and my thermostat is all set. So I turn it on. So this control is going to do check-in, and then it's going to just do check-in, so between 3 to 5 minutes. So once it thinks everything is okay, it's going to just allow the unit to come on. So we'll see what's going on here. Okay, so here's my pressure on equalize, 220, 227 on the low side, and 295 on the high side. So we'll see when the pressure comes on and see what I will be getting. Please subscribe to HVAC Mechanical Systems. This is all we do: heating, cooling, and ventilation, refrigeration. Please subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so just to let you know, the unit kicked in and it's really doing great. So let's see what the pressure is. The pressure is 137 on the low side and 342 on the high side. So this unit is really doing well. It's a modulating condenser fan with a compressor. So system is okay and unit is okay. Again, please subscribe to HVAC Mechanical Systems. And if you have any question, please put it down below. We'll respond. And thanks for watching. Thanks.